Restoring Men and History. Today we're going to talk about testosterone. You've heard a lot about it lately, how it's in decline in men. Here's an article from HerculeanStrength.com. We're going to read part of it. Young adult males have the lowest testosterone levels in history. An alarming decline since 1990s. All right. Now, the good news is you can fix some of this. Let's read what the article says. Testosterone levels have declined at an unprecedented pace in the past few decades, perplexing some researchers as to why testosterone levels have plummeted at such a catastrophic rate. Testosterone levels have been on a downward curve for decades. According to Urology Times, quote, mean total testosterone decreased from 1999 to 2000, 605.39 nanograms. 2003 to 2004, 567.44 nanograms. 2011 to 2012, 424.96 nanograms. 2013 to 2014, 431.76 nanograms. And 2015 to 16, 451.22 nanograms. The normal range varies, but a testosterone level below 300 nanograms is considered low. The study also noted that men whose body mass index was in the normal range saw a tumble in their testosterone levels. Researcher Soam, I hope that's the right pronunciation, Lokshwar, I hope that's right, signaled that anywhere between 10 to 40% of adult men suffer from testosterone deficiency, while, get this, 20% of adolescent and young adult men suffer from the deficiency. Now, here's an interesting thing. Falling testosterone levels are a fact of life for all men after the age of 30. They can experience some loss, 1%, but the natural reduction of all men can expect to suffer pales in comparison. Here's the note that we want to make today, with the society-wide collapse. And there's a lot of people, I just read a couple of articles on it tonight, in testosterone levels that has occurred over the second half of the 20th century and the first quarter of the 21st century. So things are changing, right? Men today have considerably less testosterone than men of the same age even a single generation ago. I think one article wrote, you don't have as much testosterone as your father. We're not going to read that one, but I was reading 5 or 6 of these for this today. A 2007 study in the Journal of Clinical Endocrinology and Metabolism showed a significant reduction in the testosterone levels of men since the 1980s. A 60-year-old, this is interesting, American man in 2004, for example, had 17% less testosterone than a 60-year-old American man in 1987. That's interesting, right? These findings were corroborated in a study of Danish men, so it's not just an American thing. Something's happening to the testosterone in men, who displayed a 2-digit decline between the 1920s and 1960s. There are many reasons for falling T levels that we see across the board. Sedentary lifestyle. So we know this, and the good thing about sedentary lifestyle, look at the screen time. This is not in here, I'm just talking now. Screen time, computers, phones, how much time you're on your screen, porn, social media, games, movies, TV, that's all sedentary. That's all sitting, man. So let's keep going, and then we'll get to the fix at the end. All of this, according to diet, processed food, vegetable oil, lower the average man's testosterone levels. Interestingly, even though men whose BMIs were in the normal range witnessed a fall, researchers have linked insulin resistance from a poor diet model and lack of exercise. Well, that's common sense, right? If you sit and you don't move, your testosterone levels are going to be lower. Lokshwar identified the following as probable causes for declining testosterone levels: obesity, and there's another article I read where obesity and testosterone are a vicious cycle. The more obese you become, the worse it is for you. So obesity is not good, men. Don't become obese. If you're obese, lose the weight, right? It's up to you. You're a man. You can do it. You know it's not good for your health to be obese, so lose it. Declined exercise, common sense, no physical activity, fat percentage, marijuana use, environmental toxins. So these things damage your testosterone. Again, he goes back to the interesting 2007 study. The interesting thing, we discovered that on average, when we measured the testosterone in the blood of a 60-year-old in 89, it was higher than that in a different 60-year-old measured in 1995. So they're declining. If you're a man and your testosterone is below 300 nanograms, you have low testosterone. How would you know this? Symptoms: if you've got low testosterone, reduced libido, erectile dysfunction, fertility problems, fatigue, low energy. And right, if you don't want low T, you want to get out and exercise because you want to be ambitious men, building your skills, building yourselves up. So you don't want fatigue and low energy, because fatigue and low energy may hamper you from doing well in life, from building that business or whatever your goals are, right? You don't want depression, lowered mood. We see a lot of depression in so many different articles today for men. Men are depressed, they're sad. Muscle loss, weight gain, obesity. Here's some other problems for boys or with low testosterone. They develop slower, little or no body hair, underdeveloped muscles, smaller organs. You know which one. Men with low T have difficulty building muscle no matter how hard they try. So hypogonadism is a case of low testosterone where men may develop breast tissue, osteoporosis, reduced bone density. So there you go. So what's the trick to this? Why are we doing this? So, okay, so this is something, again, you can control, and we try to give you things you can control. Now, what makes a man? The virtues, of course. However, you want to have some level of physical fitness as a man. So go outside, hike. If you don't like lifting weights, at least hike. Do martial arts. Do some kind of physical activity. Pick one that you like, okay? I don't know what you like. Pick a physical activity you like and get off your screen. So, because what is lowering testosterone? Well, this article doesn't talk about it, but let's have a theory. Screen time. I read another article that was all about screen time lowers testosterone, okay? So if you're just sitting on your phones, computers, TVs, watching movies, doing porn, video games, things on your phone, things on your computer, probably going to have lower testosterone. If you're just sitting in a room, and I've heard this from many men, many guys, that they don't do anything. And from fathers that say their boys sit in their rooms all day. So look, you want to have a higher level, or at least your normal levels of testosterone, and you can fix this with nothing but exercise. At least increase it with exercise and physical activity. So that's the point of today's exercise. And as a man, you want to be able, if you're sitting at your home watching a movie with your girlfriend or your wife and some bad guys come through the door, you want to be able to protect her anyway, right? So you want to lift weights, hit the bench press, hit the bicep curls, hit the weights, and get fit. Or if you don't like lifting weights, then go for a hike, but get outside. You can do this. You're a man. So it's something you can fix. It's something you can do. So pick a physical activity, increase. By the way, another article I read talks about the diseases you can get from low T. So for your health, increase your testosterone. It's also comments about society. We won't get in that today. Maybe we'll come back and do that. The feminization of men and what is going on with men and at the schools and at institutions and the movies you watch. Be careful what you put into your mind, body, soul, right? So as a man, you're what you put into yourself too, right? Thank you.